Hello and welcome back once again to the Wrestling Rant. It's finally time for the Battleground predictions. I know I said I was going to try and get these up on Saturday. Wound up having a really shitty day. Headache most of the day. I just didn't really feel like doing it. So, we're finally doing it now. It is technically early Sunday morning, 4:30 in the morning. Doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and get right into the predictions. This is going to be the Battleground pay-per-view, Battleground 2014, which will take place Sunday, July 20th, 2014, from Tampa, Florida. I'm pretty sure this is the official card. I just got my notes taken from WWE.com. The official card that they have there, all the matches. So, if they're going to go and change anything or add any other matches, I don't know. Trying to finish something off here on the predictions. Okay. So yeah, in the pre-show, the match they have announced for the pre-show is going to be the Funkadactyls Explode. Yes. Cameron versus Naomi. Call it a grudge match, whatever you want to call it. This is the breakup of the Funkadactyls. You have Cameron as the heel and Naomi as the face. So that pretty much makes my prediction pretty easy to make. Naomi's going to be the face, so I'm going to predict her. I don't see them trying to push Cameron after this in the Divas division. She's not... Well, neither one of these girls are any good. But I don't see them pushing the heel. Although they could, I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm going to predict Naomi. It seems pretty cut and dry. Let's just move on. Into the pay-per-view itself. Now, I'm not sure exactly what order these matches are going to happen in. We'll see. The first one I have written down here will be the tag team title match. Current champions, the Usos, defend once again against Luke Harper and Eric Rowan of the Wyatt family. And this is also going to be a 2 out of 3 falls match. So, yeah, the Usos have been able to win over Harper and Rowan when it was your basic 1 fall to a finish match. Well, now it's 2 out of 3 falls. So, I don't know. They really just should have had some sort of a weapons type of match, like a TLC or just a ladders match or a tables match. I don't know. Either way, I don't think it really matters. With it being 2 out of 3 falls, I think Harper and Rowan are going to win this one, because in this feud between these two teams, the Usos have gone over quite a bit, and Harper and Rowan really need a big win to get their momentum back, and because if they don't, they're going to lose all their momentum, and it seems like they're trying to push these two, especially being connected with Bray. They probably want to push all 3 of them. So yeah. My prediction is going to go to Harper and Rowan. Moving on to the next title match of the night. The Divas title match. You have former champion Paige trying to get her title back from the current champion AJ Lee. Now, we know the story between these two. Night after WrestleMania, AJ was celebrating. Paige makes her debut. And AJ winds up challenging her to a match and puts the Divas title on the line. And Paige is able to win, of course. And AJ disappears after that. Paige goes on a several-month-long tear, just ripping through the Divas division, beating everybody. And now all of a sudden AJ has returned, and in a similar fashion to the night after WrestleMania, AJ challenges Paige to a match for the title and is able to win it back. Anyways, my prediction for this is going to be AJ retaining. Something tells me they do want Paige to eventually go over in this feud, but I don't think they're going to do it right away. In fact, probably the smartest way to do it would be to build up to Paige eventually beating AJ. But I don't think it's going to happen right away. So, AJ's going to win by hook or by crook. She'll probably cheat, being that she is right now still the heel in the feud. Unless they go for a double turn, which they very well might. But either way, I think AJ's going to win this one, or in some way going to retain the title. It may be a DQ finish, or a count-out finish, or something stupid like that. I don't know. But I'm guessing they're probably going to have AJ retain the title, and the feud will continue until finally Paige can beat AJ at some point down the line to really cement her and put her over as the big thing in the Divas division. So yeah, again, I'm going to predict AJ to retain the title. I don't know if she'll win the match, but I am predicting that she'll win or retain the title. Either way, next match, you have Chris Jericho versus Bray Wyatt. Don't believe this was any special stipulation match or anything like that. It's just a basic, straight up match. See, I wasn't really sure about this one because, again, this seems like another feud that's going to go on for a while. They're going to, they want Jericho to put Bray over in the long run. So, I don't really know. It may end up being one of those things like I was talking about with AJ and Paige, where they'll draw it out and they won't have Bray win right away. I don't know, though. They very well might. I'm going to go ahead and predict Bray, just because it seems like they really want to put him over, and Jericho seems to be the only one who's willing to do it, because Cena fucking wouldn't. Seems to be the only reason Jericho came back. Either way, I'll predict Bray. Up next, we have another grudge match, essentially. You have Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins. Now, Rollins is in possession of the Money in the Bank briefcase. which he can use to cash in for a WWE World Heavyweight Championship title match basically anytime he wants. And Ambrose is trying to prevent him from cashing it in successfully. And these two really do not like each other right now. Ambrose has taken a couple of beatings over the last week from Rollins and his two cohorts, Randy Orton and Kane, which are all basically a part of the Authority faction. Something tells me that very well may end up coming into play again here. I'm willing to bet, or almost willing to bet, that Rollins will win after some kind of interference from Orton or Kane or both, and they just might come in, beat the shit out of Ambrose with the referee distracted or something, and Rollins will pick up the win. So I'm going to predict Rollins. Again, they really seem to want to put Rollins over as being the next big thing. Either way, moving on. You have Jack Swagger versus Rusev. This match, I'm not really sure what to think of it. You guys know I hate Rusev. I don't give a shit about him. I think he's awful. Swagger, on the other hand, is at least a decent wrestler. His promos leave a little something to be desired, but that's why they stuck him with Zeb Coulter, because Coulter can talk for him. And so that should at least help him out. But either way, as I've said before, I think they're building Rusev up to be fed to Cena at some point. So I'm going to predict Rusev to go over in this match. He'll win, just like he beat Big E 2 pay-per-views in a row, I believe. He's gonna beat Swagger. Swagger might put up a fight, but I doubt he'll win. I think Rusev's going to win. They'll keep building up Rusev until he can take on Cena, and it'll be terrible, and Cena will win, and of course he'll probably be the one to break Rusev's undefeated streak. Either way. Up next, in the third title match of the night, we have the 20-man over-the-top rope battle royal for the Intercontinental Championship. The title vacated by Wade Barrett after he sustained a shoulder injury and apparently could not defend the title, so they had to vacate it. And I believe they have said, yeah, they did. On Raw, they said that Wade Barrett will be at ringside, I believe, during this match. So, really don't know what the deal is going to be there. However, I did hear a backstage report or rumor or whatever you want to call it that said that Cesaro is going to win this. So he's going to be my prediction. As stupid as that may seem to believe in the dirt sheets, I can't remember off the top of my head all 20 of the participants in the Battle Royal. I know Sheamus, the United States champion, is in it. Why, I don't know. They may end up having him win it just to unify the United States and Intercontinental titles, which I think would be a good idea, because the U.S. title means dick. It was one of the belts that they brought over from WCW, and while it's not the same belt, it's still the same title. Honestly, though, if they're going to unify the titles, what I would rather see is a singles match between the two champions. Have somebody win the Intercontinental title, and then that person and Sheamus can go one-on-one in a unification match. And just imagine if Cesaro was the one who won the Intercontinental title. Cesaro and Sheamus have a little bit of history together. They had a little bit of a feud not too long ago. And they were beating the shit out of each other too. So you can imagine another big hard-hitting match between these two, but with the added bonus of having both titles on the line. Whoever wins becomes unified Intercontinental champion, because I can't see them keeping the U.S. title. I should have done this a long time ago. But either way, as I said, I will predict Cesaro for the Battle Royal to win the title. It will either be that, or there will be some silly shenanigans with Wade Barrett, who will, again, supposedly be there at ringside for the match. He could show up, his arm in a sling, because of the shoulder injury, and then whoever wins will eat a fucking bullhammer elbow from Barrett, and he'll be like, haha, I was faking all the time, I'm not really injured, and I'm still champion. Which I think would be stupid and pointless, but at the same time, it fits his gimmick. I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Bullhammer. I'm not really injured. I'm still champion. So you just won that Battle Royal for nothing. Yeah, Bo Dallas is in the Battle Royal too. Christ. I really hope that they don't have him win, because that would suck. Bo Dallas is crap. Okay then. Moving on to the fourth and final title match, as well as the final match on the card. The WWE World Heavyweight Championship Fatal 4-Way match. John Cena, the reigning champion, defends against Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, and Kane in a Fatal 4-Way match. Even though the champion does not have to be involved in the fall to lose the title, which means that there's high odds against Cena, he's made a fucking career off of overcoming the odds, and I really doubt this night will be any different. John Cena's gonna win this one, folks. That one almost seems set in stone. He's going to win this match, and he'll probably keep the title until SummerSlam, where he ends up getting his ass kicked by Brock Lesnar. That's the way I see this unfolding. And then once Cena loses the title to Lesnar, that'll probably be when Rusev gets fed to Cena. Somewhere around in there. But yeah, again, my official prediction for this match is going to be John Cena to retain. I don't think Roman Reigns is ready for the title. He hasn't won any singles titles yet. He was half of the tag team champions, that's great. but he hasn't earned or won any singles titles yet. You really need to give somebody a mid-card singles title before you push them into the main event to become the new main champion. So, it's way too early for Reigns. Orton, he could win, but I doubt it. Kane also could win, but again, I doubt it. Although I am almost positive that Kane is going to turn on Randy. He's getting sick of putting up with the Authority's shit. So he could turn face during this match. So yeah, my official prediction is going to be Cena. The only other thing I have on here as a possible thing to take place, as I said before, Seth Rollins does have the Money in the Bank briefcase and contract, which he could cash in at any time. It is possible that he could try to cash in on Cena or whoever it is that wins the Fatal 4-Way match. They could have him try to cash in, but something tells me even if they did try to try to have him cash in, it'd probably just be a tease because of course Ambrose would come out, beat the piss out of Seth, chase him off, and the match would never actually happen, and so Seth would keep the damn briefcase. So, again, that one's possible, although something tells me may not be very likely, because honestly, Rollins would have to be fucking stupid to try and cash in on Cena. All he needs to do is talk to Damien Sandow about how well that shit goes. Even if you beat the shit out of Cena before the damn cash-in, you're still probably going to lose. Either way. So there are my predictions for the Battleground pay-per-view. I guess a quick little recap, as I normally do. I apologize if I seem a little bit out of it. Like I said, it's about 4 in the morning. Probably about 5 by now. Yep, getting close to 5. So I'm pretty tired. So if I sound a little drowsy, I apologize. But anyways, like I said, quick recap of all the predictions, just to recap like I usually do. In the pre-show, I'm predicting Naomi to defeat Cameron in the explosion of the Funkadactyls. For the pay-per-view, I'm predicting Harper and Rowan to defeat the Usos in the 2 out of 3 falls match for the tag team titles, so I'm predicting new champions. I'm predicting AJ to defeat Paige in the Divas title match to keep their feud going for a little while longer. Predicting Bray Wyatt to defeat Chris Jericho, although that feud's probably going to continue, so Jericho may end up winning it somehow. I'm predicting Seth Rollins to defeat Dean Ambrose, probably with some outside interference, Kane, Orton, somebody. So yeah, Rollins going to win there probably. I'm predicting Rusev to defeat Jack Swagger. Again, they're trying to build up Rusev, so yeah. And then for the Intercontinental title Battle Royal, I'm predicting Cesaro to win and hopefully become the new Intercontinental Champion. And then in the main event, I'm predicting John Cena to retain his WWE World Heavyweight Championship over Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, and Kane. And then, of course, the possibility of Seth Rollins cashing in his Money in the Bank contract. So yeah, as I said, those are my predictions for the Battleground pay-per-view for this Sunday, July 20th, 2014, from Tampa, Florida. We will see how that goes. It's going to be later on tonight. I'll watch the pay-per-view as I always do, and I'll take my notes, and we will see what happens. I'm hoping that they don't add any other matches. I'm hoping that they don't add any other matches, but they just might. But yeah, those are my predictions. Thank you for watching, as always. And again, please stay tuned later on for the actual pay-per-view results. I will be bringing those to you as soon as possible, as I can, after the pay-per-view gets done. So, come hell or high water, even if I have another shitty day, I'm still going to watch the pay-per-view and take my notes and bring you the results as soon as it's over. So we will see you next time for that. Again, thank you for watching. Join us later on tonight for the pay-per-view results. See you next time.